Hello, friends. Hope all are you doing well. So everything is fine at your end, and I believe this year must have given plenty of opportunity to grow and move forward. Maybe this year, maybe some for some it is good, for some maybe not so good news for this year, or it may be a balanced thing for you. But for every situation, there is always an opportunity to learn and grow. That is something we should always remember that for no matter what the situation, there is something to learn, right? That is what we have understood by now in our life, whatever we have done till now. Especially while market is down, it is very important, or maybe it is an opportunity for all of us. Okay, it is opportunity for all of us to learn new things, enhance our capability, because that's what is required. Whenever there is a opportunity, there is a market is down, you cannot do something great and start something new, right? But at least you can learn, gain knowledge, do more things, and look at the marketing trend that may be going in future. Maybe you can put yourself into that one and try to learn more and more. That will really help you to enhance in future when the market comes up, because market will not remain down all the time or every year. It will sometime it will come up. By then you should be having the all the capabilities of the skills learned. Everything is there with you, whatever you understood. So we'll go into that one. That is what we are going to do. But the question comes up, but how? Which path I should go? Those are the questions comes to our mind. How I know my potential? So how should I know what is my potential? How will I know what is the trend that is going on? Is there a way to measure myself and get into the path? I knew, for example, the market is going in a particular direction, and your personality, your knowledge is something which is matches with that. Then it is good. But if you find that there is a gap, then how to bridge that? Or maybe how will you find that path that is in the marketing trend, and what is where you stand, where it is, where is that you are standing? Okay, is there someone who can guide? Because that is important. Like anyone know about it. Whenever you go to a new city to explore things, you need some guide, right? Either as a tourist guide you take, or maybe the local person who knows about those things, he guides you through that. You don't need exactly a tourist guide, but definitely you need someone to help you through that one, right? Similarly, you go to a gym, there you need a gym coach, or you go to go to anywhere basically. For every time, but throughout your life, you need somewhere somebody to coach you, right? Even doing some kind of a training you are doing, or maybe you wanted to you want to get into JE mains, or maybe engineering or medical. You need coaching at all those places. You need some of the other coaching. They need to help. They will help you to perform better in your upcoming things, whatever you want to take it up. But coming to the point, is there a way to measure, and is there someone who can guide me? Is there process which will help me to understand my true potential? That is very critical. Understanding your potential, understanding your skill, understanding your personality is very important, because your personality should match with which line you are going. For example, you are say some person who is shy away, cannot speak publicly, or maybe you don't have that kind of a personality within you, that who is joyfully go out, speak to people and say about things, and you choose a path of marketing. What is going to happen? You can't handle that, because the way marketing works is completely different. Probably those people who are very introvert, they can do their work. If you give them the work, they will do it. But asking them to go and sell a product, it is difficult for them, because that is not something that they are good at, because that is not their personality. Important part is your personality, your understanding, your skill. Okay, from there it comes up. So you may think that you want to earn more money, but if you don't know how, what is the right approach, you may end up a job which is less paying as per the effort spent, and no appreciation, no, not interesting. What is good? What you're going to do? You end up a job having nothing. Then what is going to do? You will be unhappy, and after some time you will lose everything there. Basically, you think that all the jobs are like this. That is what worrisome for anyone who is blindly getting into a field without experimenting, without realizing themselves what they are, who they are, what they can do better. That is something you need to definitely judge yourself. You can do but that one better, right? Not to others. Will they spend enough time? For example, you can go to a friend, relative, or maybe your very close friends, or maybe parents or anyone, to for guidance. They may give you guidance, but will they spend enough time and put effort for you? Do they have enough experience and skills to help you on that one, or give the right suggestion based on what you know? To answer the above, there must be always available. Lot of western and developed countries already have done that one. What is that? That is already available? That is nothing but career counseling, career coaching, some kind of a coaching. Just now we discussed, right? Like a tourist guide, you required when you're going to a new town. You need a gym coach when you're going to a gym. So many other things. Similarly, when you are getting into career, or maybe you are in a career but you are not happy and you are not getting the right kind of opportunity, right kind of a role. Yes, you need a career coach. Every time you need a career coach, and that is very much in demand in Western world. And most of the places like developed countries already they are doing it. Okay, so that is something you need to focus on. The important part is focus on. So what is that career counseling is all about? Let us talk little bit about that one. We will definitely go through the PPT, but I wanted you to understand what is meaning of that, why it is coming up, or how it is going to help. All those things we will be going through that. Having said that, hope you have some knowledge on career counseling. Okay, hopefully, I believe that you have some knowledge, or maybe you heard of career counseling. If not, it's okay. Don't worry. The session will clear the understanding how what is that career counseling, career coaching are, and how you can how will you get into that one. How that will help you to shape up your career. All these things. This is probably not a very old concept, but it is getting popular now. A lot of Western and developed countries already adopted this one. This is what I have discussed, right? Even it is gaining importance in Asian countries, and India is not far behind it. And there are so many people who are coming out of the colleges. Definitely, they need help, right? So that's what we are going to help them. Okay, that's what I'm going to the career counselor will help them. That is what is required. That is what you need. You as a person need a career counseling. So likewise, you there are so many people around. They need help, they need guidance. And mostly nowadays what is happening, because of nuclear family, parents are already working. Maybe brothers and sisters, if you have any, they may be working, they may be busy. How much time they can spend? Just time we did discuss, right? How much time they will spend for you? But definitely, when you go to a career counseling, they will, and who is going to follow through the right process. And maybe they will be biased, or they may be judging you. You may judge them also. Either way, it is not good. So those are the things we should look at. Okay. So most of the time we think and believe and pursue career based on the fear. Basically, your friend said that okay, big data is great, so we'll get into that. Somebody said that Hadoop is good. Somebody says that AWS is good. How get into the cloud infrastructure? Or maybe somebody said good into Salesforce, maybe Python, maybe AI, maybe machine learning, testing, so many business analysts, so many things, SAP consultant, ERP and consultant, so many things are there. Which one you want to do? Which one will help you? You don't know. First of all, it's not about what is good. It is about where you fit in. The crux is that where you fit in. If you fit in into Salesforce, then you go into Salesforce. You are fit into a programming, go into programming. If you are fit into a database, you go into database. That's how detailed realization, a detailed understanding of your knowledge of your true potential you should find out, because that's where once you align to that, then only your career will go. Your career will remain stagnant otherwise, as where it is, unless you understand where is the focus you should put, so that you can go. Maybe initially you will go little low, or maybe little bit of a different kind of a role, which may not be as good as your friend may be doing something which is looks very good, but are you fitting into that? If you are not fitting into that, If you go inside that, what is going to happen, and to want to go into that one, definitely there may be some prerequisite you should do. Maybe your friend is already having that, he is able to handle that, but you may not be having that prerequisite. Maybe you have to bridge the gap. That is also important. It's not necessarily that you cannot go. You can also go if you have that potential, but you need to understand what is the bridge that you have to fill that one. If you are able to fill that gap, then you can get that. But if you understood that, no, no, this is not something I want to do, or this is not something I am able to do that, so don't get into that. People go into teaching, they are earning like crores. They are earning in crores. So what does that mean? If you go there and get that much money, no. It is always there is a gap. So you have to fill that gap to achieve that one. So if you fill that gap, yes, you can achieve that. If you cannot fill that gap, you cannot do it. You have the potential to fill the gap, yes, you can do that. But if you do not have that potential, then definitely you can refrain from that and focus on something else. Otherwise, most of the time will get into bridging the gap, which may not be going to happen, or maybe it will be unnecessarily frustrating for you. Pressure from various quarters as well. Some lucrative opportunities, some new technologies gets in, and few gets very fat salary. So whenever you are not fit, but in the process few deviates from their actual strength, and probably takes up something which may not be interesting and boost in the career couldn't be long run. Exactly, I say same thing for you guys. You cannot, you should be we should be more worried about how that gap is, that gap should be fulfilled. Okay, so it is always good to assess yourself or by someone who has experience to guide you and or advise you, and mentor you in the right path. So what I'm going to do is that in my video session, what I'm going to do, I will take you through the counseling steps, how the counseling happens and the process, and you will learn through that. And after that, maybe you can decide that either you can do self counseling if you're good enough, or maybe you can go through different counselor. You come to the counselor. I am also a counselor. You can come to me as well, or you can go to any counselor nearest you. You want to physically visit a counselor, you can go do that way as well. So all those things are available in the whole environment. So you have to just use them. If you want to use them, you just use them. That's all you. And it is very important session, and hence do not miss anything out of this one. The reason being that if you understand the steps and process, maybe you will be able to self-realize things and move into that direction. And honestly speaking, it is just a basic understanding session. This video session I'm going to take you through. You are seeing that PPT, and that is the PPT that we will go through, and this is the PPT we'll go through. Slowly we'll go through this one, but this is the basic and understanding of the overall career counseling and coaching. But go through each one of them. Basically, I will go each one, how the personality test happen, how you will realize yourself, what are the things you should look into. All those things I will come up with videos, and you can check in that, and that will really help you to build your career and for the future. Okay, and no, this is the important thing missing in education, is that counseling. How many of you have attended any counseling session in 11th and 12th, or maybe in engineering, or even now, if you're an experienced person also, have you attended any counseling session? If it is yes, if it is yes, then definitely you should know your potential by now. If not, then definitely there is something missing in that counseling. Either counselor is not there, okay, or maybe the counseling happened for you is not effective, or the counselor is more interested in getting money from you and not doing anything right, not putting his effort for you, because counselor has to put effort for you, then only he will do. Otherwise, just talking to a counselor will not help. He has to put effort. He has to take the data from you. He will work on it. He'll come out with a solution. He will come out with some suggestions, some processes he has to do. He will ask you to go for some kind of a training, or he will ask you to do some kind of exercises. Then that will help you. That is what I mean to say is coaching or counseling. It's not just you will come and discuss and you will say 10 things and go. That is never be a counseling. Counseling is like the counselor has to put some effort, and you have to put maximum effort, both sides. The effort from is coming from both sides. Maybe counselor side is probably 20 to 30%, 70 to 80% comes from you. but that 20 to 30% effort is should be productive from the counselor side. Otherwise, it is not going to happen. Okay, so you have not attended anything. Just think, if someone guided you, for example, during engineering or medical, somebody guided you that why you are doing all these things. You go into some kind of a BBA if you want. If you are good in English, your communication is good, and you are good at marketing, or maybe into kind of a management kind of a thought process you have. Somebody have find out. Then you must have gone into BBA and MBA instead of doing engineering then MBA, then you getting into management, right? Then getting into management, then doing all those things, then to be a manager. Why? Why can't you get into BBA, MBA, then get into a business analyst route, then going to engineering, then MBA, then a business analyst? Or maybe a BCA, then MBA. 3 years course, doing a 3 years course is better than doing a 4 years course in engineering. That would be so struggle, so much struggle. Go to a BCA, complete that, do an MBA, you are done. Why not? Because after, even after BCA you can do MBA. Why not doing that one that way? So you can complete your course earlier, 1 year before those engineering graduates who was doing the MBA after doing MBA after doing the engineering, right? Those are the things I wanted to explain you, right? Formally, I mean some scientific approach. Some scientific approach to understand yourself. There must be some scientific approach, right? There are so many things are available in the market, so you can do your scientifically. You can understand that what are your interests, where you stand, what is your personality, how you behave socially, how you behave publicly, how you behave at home, how you behave in the office. All those things will come out as a personality from the personality test. All these things will come out, and that will be mapped to or matched to the things that you wanted to take up. For example, you are interested, you are more of a interest into programming language. It's come out right after doing all those things. You are introvert, but you are intelligent. Okay, you are introvert, but you are intelligent. You have logical thinking. Okay, you are analytic, problem solving person. Then definitely you should get into programming. But which programming? What kind of programming? That is something you need to look into. Okay, and has anyone discussed with you all these parameters and what you want to forcing, or somebody must have forced you to do something? And of course, you shouldn't choose something which will make financially independent as well as interesting for you to pursue. Of course, whenever you are pursuing a career, it is just not interest, right? If you get into only interest, then you will not get money. End of the day, you will like, what nonsense, yeah, I have done all these things, and now I have completely gone. Okay, I am not able to earn anything. I am going to survive. First of all, how I am going to marry, because that is important part, right? That is important part of life. Even now, every time it will remain that how it should be financially independent. You cannot always dependent on your parents or anybody, right? To be financially independent, whatever course you are taking, there may be a plus or minus. Maybe sometimes you may not like completely, but definitely you are inclined little bit towards that. Then you have to pick up that, because there is a money there. There is a financial thing, improvement. Financial thing is that you can earn a better amount of money there. Then of course you should get into those kind of a role or work or something which is little bit inclined, or maybe more like 50%, 60% inclined, but 30 to 40% is like, oh, okay, something is there, I don't want to do it. But you have to adjust with that. Otherwise you will not get exact match of what your personality, what you want to do, and exactly same thing there. It is not going to happen. No one is getting that. Everybody want to be actor, end up being a director. Okay, somebody wanted to be a big great dancer like Hrithik Roshan, end up being a choreographer. So it's not possible that everyone can be there where they wanted to. Not necessarily. So somewhere you have to adjust and compromise. But if it is inclined, or maybe it is mapped to you a certain degree, a bigger amount of degree, then yes, you should go into that path. That is what I am going to tell. So all these things, as I said, you can be done by a career counselor. Okay, so career counselor can be somebody will do it, or we can call it as a career counseling. So career counseling can be self, can be someone else. So you can do your own career counseling, or somebody can do it for you. You have to put your effort, and he will try to come out with all the suggestion, all the advice, will guide you, will try to make your resume. He will make your resume. He will help you to, put the resume correctly based on your personality, based on your skill. He will combine all those things together. He'll say that, okay, this is what you should be doing, and this is how you should be doing. And career counselors are like, they will take some money in the initially, but once you create a rapport, then you can, on email, you can keep asking them what is that you need. Whenever he gets time, he will definitely respond you back. He usually, they will respond, they will not leave you, because that is what they made you into that one. They cannot simply leave you. No counselor can leave you just like that after giving your counseling session. Okay, they will never do that. And maybe after 2 3 months, they find that you are still not able to go into what he has expected you to be. He may ask you to come for the career counseling. Sometimes career counseling go into a long term, and sometimes it is a very on and off basis, monthly. Like sometimes some 2 3 times you come, something like that. Maybe for 2 3 months, then you come, then it is done. That is how usually the career counseling happens. So everyone needs it. The counseling varied based on the experience, skills, interest. So it is all depends on your skill, interest, your role, where, what experience you have. For example, you have like 20 years experience, you have 15 years experience, you have 10 years experience, you just pass, you are in college, you are in engineering, or you are having 5 years experience. All these things, everything, it varies. It varies. The amount of effort a counselor will put will different also. It is not same for all. Okay. Now let us dive into career counseling process steps. We will do that, and use. I would say that use my session while talking to any counselor to understand. So use that. Okay. Use my session, understand that, and use that one when you are talking to a counselor. Use that. That is the counselor is taking me through that steps. Not necessarily I will be your counselor. Anyone can be your counselor, but go through my process, understand that what happens in a career counseling process, and try to understand if the counselor is going through the same process, say similar steps, if not same, but at least similar steps, and giving me that output or result as you are looking for. If they genuinely wanted to guide or doing anything for money, basically, a lot of counselors are there just they are doing it for money. A lot of people. Okay, but you will understand after going through my session. You will understand those counselors, who are those people, and whether I should go with them or not. Okay, so money should you should not worry about money. Okay, money will come once you understand your career, once you understand your skill, once you understand what is the gap. That is very important to go into that level and earn more and more money. But keep coming to career counseling, because every 2 3 years you are changing job. So you should know that how to change job, where I should move, which path I should go. All these things will be helpful for you in the career counseling. Even if your friends, relatives, family members are talking about which is good and what is bad, still I would say that go to a proper counseling. Go to those counselor who has experience in your field. Okay, IT field should go into IT field. Chemical industry, go to person who has understanding of the chemical industry. Similarly, well, civil, you go to those people who has done civil engineering, civil kind of a work. Then they will know that what is the career in civil. Okay. I will also come up with multiple videos as I showed earlier. Come up with that one, and those are those videos will be specific to that. How will you counsel yourself? Okay, how will you find out your true potential? Those are the things I will take you through. So I will take you through that PPT and give you a clear understanding, and we'll go from there. Okay.